Hello, it is iYikKam time again. So there is a heated discussions in the Wing Chun forum on qigong and microcosmic orbit or 小周天. And as usual, when I say this is not it is, people don't like it. Okay. Now, today I want to tell you what is this so-called microcosmic orbits is about. Okay, so you can see what it is and how it is misinterpreted and mismarketed in the West. Okay, so let's get back to tell you what happened. When it is about qigong and this qi handling stuff, I usually tell them no, it is not what it is. Very direct, and a lot of people cannot take it. They say, oh, this is rude. Because we human, usually when people say, well, this is not it is, okay, then people thinking, oh, you know, what do you mean? You want to show that you are better than me? Let's go to have a sparring, see who is better. That's what usual normal human think. However, when I say that, no, this is not the qigong, this is not the cosmic orbit, or this is not this way, in my mind, I am presenting it to everybody so that people not get into the trap, because the qigong stuff is actually a kiss of death. It can get one into a psychological problem or physiological problem or whole sorts of health problem. Okay, so as for this microcosmic orbit, I have come to contact into at least hundreds of people who practice this stuff in Asia and China. Okay, I've been watching there for years and years and understand what it is and so forth. So I like to share with you what's going on, because there's certain things we don't want to mess around. And often people ask me, oh yeah, who is your master teach you this? It doesn't matter. It is an engineering. Either one know what it is, can make it happen, or know what it is and stay away from it. Okay? That is what important. What is whose teacher? It is not important at all. One can have a, say for example, the fifth patriarch of Zen. Okay, the fifth patriarch. You can read this in the Zen Sutra, the Sixth Patriarch Sutra. All of his students who is close to him doesn't get it until the Sixth Patriarch Huinan visit. And because Sixth Patriarch Huinan got it, people want to kill him. Okay, and the fifth patriarch has to transport him out so that he leave the place. Okay, read it in the Sixth Patriarch's Sutra. So the issue now is who have a good handle of this stuff. Okay, and today we really want to make things scientific and with criteria, instead of say, oh yeah, my grandmaster is this, my grandmaster is that, to assume that one know what is going on. That is invalid. Okay, we want to based on merit system and based on the criteria and based on scientific. Otherwise, it is a mess. And the one which is really, really tragic is those people who thinking this type of qigong practice can help them to heal their body and or get them more powerful in their martial arts. But it turns out that it is a pulling reverse gear. Okay. So okay, let's get to the microcosmic orbit. First of all, microcosmic orbit 小周天 is not a meditation. Okay, it never is a meditation. In the Chinese terms, it is called 周天运行法. It means the technology of cosmic transportations. So it is about handling transportations, or it is about causing a transportations, or create a transportations. Transportations of what? Transportations of energy. So this is not a meditation. This is manipulations of energy, or manipulations of energy transportations. Okay, in the West we always call this meditation, that meditations, or this my master teach me this. This is, oh my God, we need to know what we're dealing with. Okay, so I like to share with you all in details. Okay, you will not be able to read what I'm going to share with you, even this is just a very minor from one book, from different book probably, but not in one book. And again, I like to use today's scientific terms or today's language to explain to you what's going on, or describe to you what's going on. Okay, now a lot of people then challenge me, well, have you studied this? My answer for you is this: if I have never do this thing, how can I tell you in details where other people and books never tell you? Okay, and it is no big deal. Okay, this is like a technology. You learn it, you know it. You don't learn it, you don't know it. Okay, it's like high school math. Okay, so let's go for the cosmic orbit. Okay, or the transportations. So what is this micro orbit transportation is about? Okay, let me show you a picture, which is what the ancient draw. Okay, so if you see this, you will be able to know what does it mean. So this is the microcosmic orbit, the circulations. Okay, so in the Chinese medicines, this is called the Ren channel, and then this is the Du channel, and then it is about energy, and then it flow, make a circle. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, now let's talk one by one, step by step, so you can see what happened. So the idea is to have this energy in the body so that it be able to circulate from the back up, and then the forward down back to the stomach area. Okay, so in other words is that you have energy from here inside there, you let it circulate out, and then circulate it down back to the locations. Okay, so That is what it means, okay, by microcosmic orbit or small cycle, okay. Now, let's talk about transportations. Why is it need a transportation there? Transportation is actually to improve circulations. Okay, if somewhere stuck, energy stuck, it improves circulations. Okay, now what most people don't understand is this, that, or don't know is that this so-called microcosmic orbit, the transportations have two types. Okay, two types. And today, whatever we see in the out here in the YouTube and everything, it is only one of the type. That is not the real deal. Okay, so let me explain to you. These two types of circulations, okay, in today's term, this circulations, this orbiting, is called resonance. Resonance, okay. So the idea, the real deal is, the idea is that it build up enough energy there that it create its own circulations or orbiting or resonance. It's like this, let's say this is a pendulum. You put like this, it swing, it resonates. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to use your mind or anything. You just set it up properly. It resonates and it get bigger and bigger resonance. Okay, that is what it is. That is one type. So this is called qigong, energy passing through microcosmic orbit. Energy passing through, meaning that the energy is charged so strong that it go through by itself. It resonates like this pendulum resonance by itself. However, there's another type. It's called yitong, intention passing through or intention pass through. Okay. Intention pass-through is what you see today, 99.999% in the market. That is using the mind. Try to lead this thing through the circuits, the run and the do and the run. Okay. So you see the difference. One is to charge it up so fast that it's like you get this pendulum. You hang it, you put it this way to have the potential energy, and then you let it swing. Okay? And then because it's resonant, the more it swing, the bigger the resonance, and it stable down, it become oscillation type, it circle. Okay? The other one is, using this example, actually using the mind, similar to the hand, moving this thing like this way, keeping moving this way. Okay, so this is the two type, the energy passing through and the intention passing through, or you can think about it as energy transportations or intention transportations. Now the thing which is you see in the books, in everywhere, it is this intention transportations. Okay. As for the energy transportation, is actually let go and let God. However, the intention transportation is not let go and let God. It's human playing God. Okay. Now, this is the first issue here. if one doesn't understand this energy transportation by itself, which is create the resonance and using different than using the hand to move it or the intention to move it, that is an issue now. While the real one is energy going through it by itself, not by using the intention. Okay? The one you use intention, how can it circulate? How can it resonance? It cannot. You're just using the mind to keeping doing it, to manipulate it. Now, the one using the energy charge up and then circulate by itself, go through its own rhythm and the body rhythm. The one using the mind, often one have no idea what happens in the body, and they try to use their mind to brute force it. Not to mention that the amplitude or the intensity of using the intention cause issue here. For example, if we pay attention to the middle of the palm here, either we focus on it or we just say, oh yeah, I know about it, I relax it. I still pay attention, but which one is which? Okay? And that's why a lot of teachers say, oh yeah, you know, you just pay attention to your dantian or the within your lower stomach, and then, oh yeah, when you get heat up, and then you just lead that thing down, and then lead it upward, and then lead it downward, all kinds of stuff. What they don't know is that is imbalancing the body, because how the heck you know your mind is leading the thing properly? As for the energy one, it go by itself. Okay. So, whenever people told me about this, the microcosmic, with this thing, right away we can check what is it. Do they really know? Okay, so that's the first thing. We talk about the two type of the orbit. Okay. The second thing is, let's face it. Okay, let's face it. This is an idea. This is an idea of circulations. According to Chinese medicines, the energy flow traveling direction is from downward, this part upward. This is for the Du meridians, and the Ren meridian, same thing too. The channel is upward. Now you got a problem for this cosmic stuff. Okay, it's traveling from here up and then reverse the flow down. Okay, that is reverse the Chinese medicine's teaching or Chinese medicine's practice. Okay, or Chinese medicine's finding. Okay, so let me show you. This is Ren. This is Ren meridians. Okay. Okay. So if you notice here, it starts from here. The number get bigger and bigger. The direction, you see this small arrow here? It's going up. It's going up, right? Now, are you going to tell me that it's going to go down like that? Reverse direction? Sure, fine. You can have reverse direction, but what is the effect? What does it cause? Okay. See, a lot of Tai Chi master, internal art master is putting this small circle or the microcosmic orbit like some kinds of ultimate, but they never tell you it's reversing the meridians or the channel in the traditional Chinese medicine. So when you go to the Chinese medicines practice for acupuncture, this is the way up. It's not going down, and what you practice for that is going down. So that's why a lot of issue can be caused. Okay, not to mention we talk about the handling of the intensity of the intention will cause the part to stress, and if you cause tense of the thing, it end up that actually you stagnated your meridians. Okay, and that is the reality. Now, another issue I want to tell you is this. You can see in YouTube that you have grandmaster of this internal art or that internal art, or Tai Chi master, or whole bunch of so-called grandmaster advocate that this type of the microcosmic orbit, like the ultimate. Okay, this is the ultimate of this internal art, or so forth, or Tai Chi Quan and so forth. But in reality, this practice of the transportation is only one of many practices of qigong. Okay, and the people with high blood pressure, diabetic, okay, remember very carefully, high blood pressure, diabetic must not touch this type of stuff. Must not touch it, because the microcosmic orbit is a technique to balance the what they call the yang deficiency, while high blood pressure diabetic is in the yin deficient side. So if there's a mispractice, you're going to endanger people. Okay, and also because of this reverse meridians and so forth, even worse, the guy who practiced using the intention to lead the whole thing without really resonance is going to cause what? Stroke. Because when they lead the energy, they think they lead the energy to the head, but it turns out that they tense it up. Okay, so all this problem, did anybody tell you this? The Chinese know. If you read the really professional or expert type of thing, the real practitioner know. But in the West, do we know? No, nobody tell you. And even in the East, a lot of people don't know, because they do not know that this is resonance, and resonance has two types. One is the real deal, which is the energy resonance itself. Another part is using the mind to mimic that thing, which is not the real deal energy resonance. And using the mind can cause intensity, too much intensity, and tense in the place, and thus create stagnations. And also due to this transportations, one need to have something to transport. So what if that guy is do not have enough energy in their body already? Okay, what do you transport? You are forcing thing which is not there, putting even more pressure. In Chinese have a term, it's called what? 空转周天. You are doing empty transportations. Okay, So all these things need to be known. Now, let's talk about qi. If you want to do the transformation, you want to charge up the whole thing to get the energy charged up, and then it fill up, and then it transport, right? Automatically by nature. Now you say, okay, I use my mind. How do you know that you have the energy to transport? How do you know when? If your battery, your body is like a battery, your energy is like the charging the battery. How do you know that your battery is charged up enough to do the job? How do you know your transportation is proper? Well, usually people say, oh yeah, you concentrate on your dantian, you can feel hot heat there and so forth. It turned out that heat stuff, forget about it. That's trouble. Anybody who have diabetic do that will feel heat, and that heat is what? That heat is indications of their blood glucose shoot high. Okay? People who have high blood pressure is going to get hit here and so forth. What does it mean? High blood pressure. Okay? So all this heat stuff, never believe it, never trust it. That is not the indications. If you want to know about the qi charging indication, number one thing, saliva. When you are in meditations, charging the body or balancing the body, saliva start to flow. Your mouth is smooth. You know the process started for the charging. Okay? If you have dry mouth and you have heat everywhere, stop right away. You're looking for trouble for yourself. It's either your blood glucose shoot high, your blood pressure shoot high, or different issue. This physiology stuff. So never took that as qi, okay? That's just a physiology feeling. Those are not real deal. The real deal is your saliva. Okay. If you train anything and your saliva, you get dry mouth, forget about it. There is indications of your kidney energy have issue already. Stop. And people training this microcosmic obit, the people who have kidney issue, never touch it, because that can end up deplete the kidney energy, and you get dry mouth. When you sleep, you get dry mouth, those kind of stuff. Okay? So you see there's so many things. This is very basic. And what I like to tell you is this: most people, I have come to contact with hundreds of them. That is actually usually 3 phases in handling this thing. The first phase is a setup, the second phase is a charging, the third phase is a circulations. Usually one will not go more than second state. The first state, they set it up, okay? And then they say, oh yeah, I feel warm already in the lower abs. The second, they want to sit down there so that they will be able to generate a lot of energy or qi collected in their dantian area. The third one is going circle, okay? Usually people get to the second, they start to have what? Wet dreams, and they start to have a lot of sexual desire or dry mouth and whole bunch of stuff. Okay, because if this is a method which is not one size fit all, okay, then it comes to the third. If luckily one get to the third one, oh, I feel some hot, warm already in my stomach area and so forth. So I using the mind to lead up here. A lot of people stuck in this area, stuck in this tailbone area, this area, this area, this area. The worst is at this area. where this part is tense up and so forth. If it doesn't come down every day, you will feel like dizzy. Oh, my God, it's just my balance is off. Those kind of stuff. So you have to use different massage technology to handle those meridians. Okay, like something like that, or something like this way, meridian handling, or this way, okay, or this way, whole bunch of different stuff to lead the meridians back. Okay, this is real deal. So even people who practice the energy flowing stuff, one still have to know all this. But you look at today's people studied, oh yeah, I learned this microcosmic orbit. They learn it in what workshop, 2 days. Okay, they don't even have any real chi kinds of experience or development. They say, oh, using your mind to lead it up and down and whole bunch of stuff. Okay, and in past few decades in China, there are research saying that this type of practice causes stroke. Okay, it's not a safe one. It's not a safe one. So I present you here today on this thing, so you understand what's going on in the basic level. Don't touch it. This is a problematic design. Okay, you better off go listen to music and relax than doing this stuff, because there are people who, when they lead their chi up, be it in the real deal or the fake deal or the manipulative deal, they start to get into seeing light, whole bunch of hallucinations, or they feel sensations on the head and tense and so forth. Okay, so this is for you today, and I like to tell you guys that, share with you guys that this is something no joke. Don't touch it. Okay, most 99.9% of the people who teach doesn't understand what the heck they are doing. And even the guy who understands what the heck's doing, the design of this process had problem. Today's scientific instruments can observe and detect that. That's why in China they have already papers saying that this type of stuff create problem. And the guy who gets stroke after practice this kind of thing for years, totally stop the practice and go practice the enter into silence meditations and not do this type of transportations anymore. That is how they rebuild themselves, okay, or rehabilitate, okay, themselves. So this is reality. Nope, I don't want to be win. I don't want to be number one. I pay a big price to know what I know. Okay, and it's always my hope. I pay this price. You don't have to pay this price, because I'm probably lucky. Okay, that I can afford to pay this price and still talking with you today. I am not sure that you will be able to go through what I go through and meet the people all to teach me all this thing. So why bother? Okay, especially for Wing Chun. Don't touch it. No, why bother? It's not going to do anything good, but more probability to get problem and get into trouble. So this is for you today.